When life keeps swinging back and forth, it's tempting to quit, to stop trying. Oscillation wears you down. All those false starts, unfinished projects, and broken promises to yourself. The antidote, perseverance, isn't glamorous. It doesn't trend. It isn't flashy, but it is fuel. And it's the reason some people quietly succeed while others burn out in circles. I've lived in oscillation, the cycle of grand plans followed by silence. I've thrown myself at goals, half fueled by desperation, half by caffeine, and stalled out before the finish line. I wasn't lazy, I wasn't stupid, I was spinning out because I didn't have traction. Every new idea pulled me sideways. Every shortcut sold me a detour. It took me years to admit it. The secret wasn't brilliance, it was commitment, tenacity. Doing the small things on days when nobody was watching, especially when I didn't want to. That's how I stopped oscillating, not with fireworks, but with repetition. People tell me I can't stick to anything, but what they really mean is I'm caught between the horns of a dilemma. Start, stop, on, off, yes, no. One week they're chasing the perfect diet, the next they're binging on takeaways. They set up morning routines, then abandon them after a late night. They make promises in a burst of enthusiasm, then break them at the first wobble. It's not because they don't care, it's because oscillation feels easier than commitment until it isn't. Because nothing grows on unstable ground, and eventually the pendulum stops swinging and leaves you stuck exactly where you started. Perseverance isn't about intensity, it's about rhythm. It's standing on your own 2 feet and saying, I'll stay the course. Not, I'll overhaul my entire life by the end of the week, but I'll repeat the same grounded step tomorrow and the day after and next week. Not I'll reinvent myself overnight, but I'll choose the one thing that matters the most and stick with it, even when it's dull. That's tenacity. Not a rush of energy that fizzles out, but steady fuel that carries you further than adrenaline ever will. This week, test yourself differently, not with big declarations, but with commitment to one grounded practice. It could be finishing what you start, or showing up on time, or simply holding your boundaries when it would be easier to cave in. Notice how your body responds when you follow through. There's a quiet strength that builds, layer by layer. It doesn't shout, it doesn't sparkle, but it holds firm. So if you're tired of swinging between extremes, choose perseverance. It won't make headlines, but it will make you whole. Tenacity isn't flashy. It's not meant to be. It's fuel. And when you feed it, you stop oscillating and start living from solid ground. See you next week. Same time, same commitment.